Hello folks, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this. I'm out on a bank holiday weekend, a couple of days out on the bike. Day one, I'm heading from Crowle to Nantwich, which I think is in, well, it's near Staffordshire, it's the other side of Staffordshire, maybe, actually it's in Cheshire, I think. So it's just the other side of Crowle. Long day in the south today, 225 kilometres. I'm about 3.5 hours in. I left just after 6 o'clock this morning, so some time to go. Right now I'm outside a cemetery of all places. I seem to stop at cemeteries, don't I? Not to grab water, just to take a layer off, because I've got a base layer under this tri-bank kind of full sleeve winterish late spring jersey. That's quite a mouthful. So I've had to take the jersey off, get too warm. So I'm just outside the cemetery between Cheshire Back over that way and Stony Houghton, which is over that way, which is where I'm heading towards now. Done a few hills so far, nothing spectacular. It's 2.1 k's worth of elevation today, so yeah, that's a shorter way of saying 2,100 metres. Best get moving. I think I counted about 5 counties. So started in Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire, now in Derbyshire, Staffordshire, Cheshire. So what's that, 5? It's about the total of today's ride out. So I've got some accommodation to stay in at the other end of this ride, some self-contained accommodation all to myself. So I'm looking forward to getting there. So yes, it's a bank holiday weekend. Only 2 rides though, because Monday looks like a complete washout. So just 2 days. And now with the long days, I'm making absolute most of it as well. So like I said earlier, I'm doing 225 kilometres one direction. Tomorrow on the way back, 285 I think it is. Like I say, I can meander a little bit on the way back, or a lot, but now you look at it, it's a long day. So I'm going to get as many miles as I possibly can. Initially I wanted to do 3 days and, you know, perhaps go 1,000 plus or something, but it's too cold, no accommodations really open, no campsite, so it's really inflexible at the moment. So there's literally 2 more weekends of no camping availability, or B&Bs for the most part, and unless you know someone who's willing to give you a place themselves, which look at I do. Can't keep doing that though. Won't last to get back to normal. But it's only 2 more weekends, and the 3rd weekend I'm going to have to make some big plans. It's what is it, Monday the 17th. So just about to come up to Hardwick Hall, turn into Duke's Drive. So let's take a look at the ruins, shall we? For those who might know the area, I'm entering via the Rowthorne Trail. Been this way a couple of times already, once last year during the lockdown, and again sometime before that on an audax. The weather today has been a bit funny, warm 1 minute, cold the next. Guess it's kind of usual for spring, should be used to it by now. So May is the 3rd and final month of spring, so really we're just past the halfway mark, aren't we? So off in that direction is the ruins, just over there, over that wall. We can go that way now, and there's a steep descent, all hands on brakes. I'm thinking of probably about 60k from home just here. So I'll show you my bike setup today. It's a Sunder, as you can see. So I'll quickly move my bike because it's a little bit in the shadows really. So I just want to show you my arrangement today. Let me just put glasses on there. So yeah, it's a Sunder. Vision 35 tyres, got the Michelin Pro Endurance V2 tyres on there, really super quick, great for this time of year. Water bottles, food stuffs in here in the Watt Brothers bag, Emergency stuff in here basically is inner tubes, tyre levers. There's my pump if you like the way it's hung up on there. Zephyr straps, there's a link below the video. And I've got a spare jersey in here, chamois cream, rain jacket because I'm expecting I might need that at some point later on today. Patches, don't like to say that word while I'm out and about. Got some loo roll in there as well. So yeah, really light pack today because I've got somewhere to stay, so I didn't have to worry about camping, camp equipment and things like that. Travel light. Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Finally came to a stop. Stopped here at the Salt Box Cafe. I don't know how far I've done, about 120 kilometres, something like that. So I finally made a stop and just had sausage, chips and a fried egg. It was wonderful. I'm glad this place was here. Didn't even know. I saw a garage up the road and I thought, oh bloody, I'm having a bloody pavement picnic. But no, had a nice meal, and there was joined earlier by 3 people from South Pennine Club, so just had a bit of a chit chat, and I'm gonna have to get going because the sky looks a bit threatening.
Things that you do on somebody else. No. But they all see.
So I left the Salt Box Cafe about 10 minutes ago. Not far along the road now, heading southwest towards Burton, I think. Burton upon Trent. Sky's looking a little bit grim over there, so at some point I'm going to have to hide from the elements, I think, or I'll just keep going, stick my waterproofs on. I'll tell you what, when I left the Salt Box Cafe, there's loads of groups on bikes, lots of clubs. After having not seen anybody all morning, suddenly all showed up at once. Got about 90k to go from here, so I've done the lion's share of distance. I've gone over halfway in terms of climbing as well. Just crossed the canal at Great Haywood, heading in the direction of a little place called Tixall. As you cross into the Cannock Chase, an area of natural beauty, says the sign. Heavily modified my route many times over the last 48 hours. I was going to go a lot further today, and try and then changed it up, so shorter today, longer tomorrow. Oh, look at that over there. I was just thinking to myself, I've not really done much stopping today because it's not warm enough to keep stopping everywhere. I've let a lot of the world pass me by today. I'm in a good mood. Got less than 40k to go. You can tell the road's a bit wet. Nice to dodge through 2 showers. Done quite well today actually. So relatively dry. That's where I am, posh sounding school, Hugo Maynell. Last climb of the day that. I'm just above 200 metres. So it's all downhill now, a little bit over an hour to go, which means I need to give Brandon a ring. Been a great ride. Got to see him again tomorrow, different route going back tomorrow, so we'll try and capture that as well. And maybe I'll fit it all into one video. That sounds like a good idea. But what sounds like a better idea now is to get down that hill before the weather turns yet again. As always, if you want to show some support to the channel, don't forget you'll find the link to buy me a coffee down below the video. All the money still goes back into buying me things like this Insta360 camera and just a bit of a motivation to keep on filming the channel. Again, if you want to show your support for the channel, links down below. Here we are, one of my favourite symbols on the Wahoo, that checkered flag. 226 kilometres. Definitely going to sleep well tonight. Check out my room. Got here at just 5 o'clock. Pretty good going. I've turned the camera around, as you can see, evening dress on. Just about to go down and go downstairs and eat with Brandon and his wife Clare, who've put me up here at the B&B. Really, really nice room, as you can see. Well, Brandon's been showing me all his exploits on BCQ, which is the British Cycle Quest. I'll drop a link somewhere below for more information on that. He's been telling me a bit about his event organising for audax over the last couple of years. You'll probably see me next in the morning. Got a long day tomorrow, I'm not sure how far I'm going. So for me, probably leave it here. I'll see you again in the morning. Well, hello, good morning. Welcome to day 2. I'm here in the Bid of Moors now. probably about 40k into the journey. It must be about 10:30, something like that. Set off dead late. Yeah, just kind of casual riding with Brandon, meet the rest of the crew cycling crew. I think that's right, 3 C's. But John Gallagher there. I didn't whip the camera out at all on this. Kind of a little bit shy to keep the camera away, and just one of those adventures where I've not got camera pointing people's faces. Finally stopped after about 30k of actually busting in for a wee. So I had a bit of a comfort break. I'm going to have a nice crunchy in a moment. Beautiful around here though. So today's kind of ride, because I did leave it obviously quite late. Yeah, probably could have left it a bit early really, but no, I've got all day. It's bank holiday tomorrow, so may well just keep on going. Beautiful view. Back that direction, which I don't know which direction it is, but kind of Mercop is just off to the right, which I went up the hill at Halesdene Road instead. It's an alternative. You can see Wales all the way off over there. What a great view. And this way, to spin the camera around, Peak District all the way over there. And the climb from, I say the Peak District, it's kind of Staffordshire, the near Leek. I won't be climbing up the big hill. I think I took that out. See what happens when I get further along. This beautiful countryside just here. Not entirely sure where I am. Beautiful though. South Derbyshire, I'm guessing. I've seen so many cows on a hilly field. Just gone up a mammoth climb along Ribden Road now. Heading to Ramsthorne, off to my right. Absolutely an enormous view. I think it was probably about 250 metres worth of climbing. Really tough one. Well, the longest climb of the day really. After this it's all sort of downhill.
Try so hard, hoping that one day something gon' change. You waste all of your time.
Enjoying the tailwind now. The other side of Nottingham. I would have got my camera in Nottingham, but you know what? My route was rubbish. There was nothing scenic, nothing to show you. Just one-way streets and multiple lanes of traffic in a city where there should be cycle lanes and everything. 2-3 lanes of traffic going left, and there's me wanting to go forward, trying to cut across 3 lanes of traffic. Oh, ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, the other side of Nottingham now, heading towards West Bridgeford. Originally I said I was going to stop in Scriverton at the Cafe del Velo Verde, that's it. But it's nearly 5 o'clock now, so that's not going to happen. I'm staying off much later this morning. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to be home anywhere between 10 and 11 o'clock this evening. But we've got a little bit less than 140 kilometres to go now. Not entirely sure the weather's got in store. It looks a bit rainy over there. Heading northeast, I need to be going north to where the sky is dark black. I've got some lovely roads to enjoy for the next 70 odd miles all the way home. The thing is, I know them all, so kind of makes it a longer ride, doesn't it, when you know where you're going. Newark upon Trent, that's kind of the next busy town, stroke city. It's just a town. Then Carton-le-Trent, which I believe Mr. Trioff and Dan, who used to live there. Well, I know he did, because I went and saw him briefly a couple of times during lockdown when I was out and about. Thought I'd knock on his door, grab some water. Then from there it's just a few villages, Rampton, Saunderby, Beckenham, and then the A161 all the way up. Those few hills near Epworth and Low Burnham. Kind of makes it slow when you know the roads, the back. Starting to get a little bit dark, getting towards the end of the ride. With 75 kilometres to go, I'm just making my way through Clumber Park now. I remember the route all wrong, like I usually do. I think it was near Ollerton. There was a McDonald's on a roundabout, so I popped in there, So I'm about 20 minutes behind when I thought it would be. So it's going to be close to 11 o'clock by the time I finish this, I think. Don't know if you can tell. Got my arms on now. Switched back to my full sleeve jersey because it was getting a bit cold, getting a bit nippy. Now that sun's gone down. Probably about another three quarters of an hour, maybe an hour of light left in the day. I don't know what it is with this iPod. I mentioned it before. It seems to keep choosing bloody steps. I've not got that many step songs. Out of like 3,000 or 4,000 songs, there's maybe like 20 or something like that. Like an album and a bit. Well, got Rampton Prison just over to the left. I think it's West Burton power station in front of me. Tomorrow is Bank Holiday Monday. It's going to be throwing it down with rain. Going to be no rise tomorrow. So it doesn't really matter what time I get hit in this evening. Even if it's midnight. Because I'll be having a long sleep. Not getting up dead ear or anything like that. Just chillax. Do people say that anymore? I don't know. I can't remember the last time I did a bit of video at night. You can't really see much, but I thought I'd throw up the route from today on the screen. Look at the numbers there. I don't know what they are yet, but I think it's going to be about 290 kilometres, 2,700 metres, that sort of figure. Be interested to see what time it took me. Started 8:30 this morning, thereabouts. Long day in the saddle, long weekend in the saddle, so what was it, 2:35, 2:25 I think it was yesterday. Whatever it is today on the screen. Again, shame it's not a 3-day weekend. Definitely not riding tomorrow. It looks too wet, too wild. Could do with a bit of recovery now, a few days of recovery. Prepare for the next weekend. Do come join me for that. I will be, again, I'm going to be in Leicestershire, joined by Karen, and I may be joined by Paul. He did message me earlier today. I'll have a look at what he said in the week. So yeah, that's it from me. Any questions, comments, and don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to buy me a coffee. The link is down below the description. Bye from me, take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.